Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Pierre. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. On 4th down, going to the air. Finds his man, and they convert. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
From the gun, give on the inside. Creating good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Alabama quickly back to the line. Off play action. Finds his big tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Back to throw, it's Hayden. Steps away to find some room. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing third and long. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike. We've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's third and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. The sweet feet buy a little time. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David.
And the ball is picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field. It's Hayden. Floating away. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Bully ball on 3rd and short. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Alabama! What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Smashes through. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Texas 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to get the first through the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's open on the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They move the tight end all over. The give to the back. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Pierre. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react when you get punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Hayden. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. At the 40, there he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
He breaks a tackle. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
It's complete to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the offense. He's back to throw on second down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Wide receiver shows motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dropping back, it's Hayden. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
Offense in a bunch formation. On third down, going up top. back open in the middle. At the 35, he's open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Looking to buy time. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw. It's Hayden. They're bringing heat. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He's going to fire deep. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown time! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Connection to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Got out of trouble and throws. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He's going to pass. Skips away from pressure. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll leave it with the lone back. On the move at the 30. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Longhorns want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's caught downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, David, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to know where your answers are against the blitz, and he found it there, dumping it off to his back.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Looking to throw on second down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
The Longhorns will try to move the sticks on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Longhorns will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Hand off from the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Hayden. Looking for an open area to his left. It's caught. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. First down for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes with the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stall on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Tackle on the play at the 22-yard line. 3rd down coming.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
After 3, the game is tied.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Surging forward on the sneak.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense looks as if it's coming. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds his back in the middle. Knocked off his feet. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get it through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Sends it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Quick pass on the fly motion. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to move it through the air. Buying some time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Well, they keep it on the ground. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking for a man. It's Hayden. He's going to let it go. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, no mystery here. Third in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. These guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off of his head.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Hayden. Steps away. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Wide out in motion. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Unloads it left. He's got him, and they convert. Bulldozes his way through. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this Blues game if I were allowed to push pass when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they can't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game, but it all comes down to this play right here.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. to the air on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the